Today is Sunday, 21st June 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow followers, wherever you are, we greet you and with a welcome to our Energy News. We start today information by the movement of 5th June, Force Patriotic of Mali, known as F5RFP, composed of several political parties as well as civil society, in its daily fight to demand of the resignation of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, and his regime. On this subject, we received the visit of the President of the movement of a common destiny known as MODEC, Mr. Koniba SIDIBE. Together, let us follow his interview.
M5, I would say M5, is some political parties and associations have been united in this big movement for one reason: to tell to President Ibeka to leave, to give the power back to the people. Because the situation of Malian is very, very, very difficult. Living conditions are very, very, very hard. And over 7 years, Ibeka has done a little bit. So difficulties have been bigger and bigger and bigger. And Ibeka is promising and promising and promising and not doing nothing really, I would say, that could solve the problems. He's just only speaking, no actions, just bad governance, bad practices, corruption. You know, you can't build a country over this bad governance. So we're trying to have good governance in these countries. President Ibeka has shown to Malian that he can't. He just can't over 7 years. And we are fed up with that. He just should be dismissed democratically with no violence so the people could give a new basis to our country, to rebuild our country, a country that in which every Malian will feel good. That's what we're looking for. So, we've been dialing with President Ibeka over years. Over years, we've been dialing with him, but nothing. And in his speech of last Saturdays, yes, or Sundays, he did say nothing. Just nothing. Just promising. Like somebody who is just take the power, find problems, say, okay, I'll give good solution in some times. Just like somebody who is news, who says he's prime minister. Okay, Prime Minister Bobo, you'll do that. You know, the teachers' problem, they discuss with the unions. No, it's just shameful. A president can't behave that way, you know. We're asking just one thing: to dismiss, to give the power back to the people. We have no confidence in this president more. You know, yesterday, how many soldiers have been killed again? More than the 20s. That can't continue. We just want to put an end to that, to have a new power in our country based on good governance.
Bamako was once again the sense of the shows of the forces by the coalition which called for the resignation of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, this Friday, 19th June 2020. Thousands of people answered the call of the pressure Imam Mahmoud Diko and M5 RFP leaders at the Monument Independence in Mali. Together, let us follow this report. After singing the national anthem, the demonstrators held up placards on which one could read Ibeka cleared or the dictatorship will not pass. And listening to the speeches of the leaders of the protest, who are the representatives of the movement of 5th June, gathering of the patriotic forces known as M5 RFP, which brings together political parties and civil society organizations.
Okay, we are suffering and we like that to be international now. Our economy is not working successfully. And we are not starving. We like that to be using the post in the business. Okay? So we are suffering. We would like that to be that design now. This time. We cannot wait for him now for any resource that we are going to call him over. All the money people move in order to make Ibeka out of our presidents.
The pressures known as Mahmoud Diko also denounced during his speech the bad governance, corruption, the school crisis, the electoral crisis, but also insecurity. Several members of URD, well known as ERD, activists and supporters of Soumaïla Cissé participate in this march, and even Malians from outside or the diaspora have answered the call and denounced the same difficulties.
Because I want the better for my country. I've been living in the US. It's amazing over there. I want the same thing in the Mali. Prosperity, health, and security. That's why I'm here, fighting for the people's rights. Yeah, this president is not a president for me. It's the constitution. You understand? Here in Africa, especially in Mali, we don't need a good man. We need the institution to have a lot of power. We don't need the people to have the power. We need the institution, a better institution for the people. My last message is, I call all the Malian people to fight for the right. The right and people for me is your health, your security, and education. Everybody have to fight for those rights.
After the interventions, the demonstrator proposed 3 emissaries to go and submit the resignation to the President of the Republic in Kuluba, and unfortunately they were rejected, and some demonstrators clashed with the police on the way on the axis of Boulevard of Independence in Kuluba. This great manifestation of 19th June 2020 returns once again to the history of Mali, and the demonstrators still demand the resignation of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta. We wish stability, calm, and prosperity in our country. Only dialogue will allow our country to overcome the difficulties of the day. This is the conviction of the religious leaders and civil society leaders who are now grouped together in a framework for action, mediation, and monitoring to support constitutional legality. This Sunday at Kuluba, they answers the President of the Republic of their support and determination to work to appease the social political climate. Celebrating 3rd June 2020, each year's International Albinism Awareness Day all around the world. On this occasion, the foundation of our famous artist from Monday, well known as Salif Keita, did not steal from the tradition that it had started since the foundation of this foundation. In this context, that the Salif Keita Foundation, which is head of the young general managers. Together, let us follow this commentary from Fatoumata Terera.
One of the major goals of Salif Keita Foundation is to educate citizens to accept this disease of albinism. This is why on the occasion of International Day of Awareness of Albinism, which is 13 June, the foundation proceeded to the distribution of sunscreens, soap, masks, hygiene kits, as well as ads to people affected by this disease. These different kits will allow albinos to protect themselves from the sun's rays, but also from COVID-19. According to the director of Nafisa Touba Foundation, the other years we celebrate this day by partying, but this year the context of global health crisis forces us to celebrate it differently. And that is why we have distributed hygiene kits to them and other products that will serve them, said such. The Salif Keita Foundation was born in 2005, and since its creation, it has worked for the recognition and promotion of the rights of albinos, to the emancipation and to the socio-professional integration of people with albinism.
The choice of the deputy of the party African Solidarity Parties for Democracy and Independence, well known as SADI, to belong to the presidential majority in the National Assembly, despite the warning from the party leadership, ultimately cost them their place in this opposition political party. On Monday, the party chaired by the ex-Kolanjeba MP, Dr. Umar Mariko, decided to formalize the exclusion of the 3 MPs. The pressure and the Imam Mahmoud Diko organized a press briefing on Wednesday, 7th June 2020 at Siemens headquarters. The social political solution was at the heart of the meeting. Our different reporters, Alassane Kone and Abubakar Bikri Toure, were around to notice and to take the interview of the pressure of the Imam Mahmoud Diko. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, these were our today actuality, in which I'm really excited to present it. Because of this pandemic of coronavirus, we say it and we come back it. Protect yourselves and protect others. Together we said always stop COVID-19. Thank you very much for watching. Next Sunday, the same time on the same channel, Energy TV, the Child of Environment.